Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. I'm John Maciel, bringing you the 2019 Shadow Era Pro Tour Finals. This is round 3. Following the same format we did last week, which had a lot of praise, we're going to be continuing with that. In Group A, first matchup we got is A1 Wimbuild versus SD Fade. Wimbuild with his undead Banebow, and SD Fade bringing Zaladar. So we hop right into the game. Zaladar on the bottom, Banebow on the top. Banebow went first. Zal, they both sacrificed to 2. And Zal playing the Harbinger, discarding the Death Collector and the Extractor. Banebow coming down with the Death Mage Thaddeus in his turn 3. Harbinger coming down in Zal's turn 3. And Harbinger will pull off a couple of damage onto the Death Mage Thaddeus. Now turn 4 for Banebow. He'll pop his weapon on the both Harbingers with his ability. He'll likely finish off the other Harbinger here with the Death Mage Thaddeus. And do we see a ping onto Zal with the weapon? No, we don't. He will hold on to it. Now Zal dropping the Extractor on his turn 4. He'll use his ability, finishing out the Thaddeus and putting 3 damage onto Banebow. Now Banebow's turn 5. He'll sacrifice the 5, dropping a Gambit onto the Extractor and attacking into the Extractor. Get that health down, limit the amount of draw that it can get. Zal coming up to his turn 5, sacrificing a 5. Drawing with Extractor, dropping another Extractor, attacking into Banebow. That'll sacrifice the weapon and the Extractor and give Banebow 2 draw for the Gambit. Now we're on Banebow's turn 6, sacrificing a 6, dropping a Horror, putting damage on the Extractor and freezing it so it won't be able to use its ability this turn to draw. We get a Mind Control onto the Horror, killing the Horror and dealing 5 damage onto Banebow. Mind Control is quite a card. And now we go up to Banebow's turn 7. Dropping a Soul Seeker, skipping his sacrifice, attacking into the Extractor, finishing it off, healing Banebow for 3, and turning it over back to Zaladar for Zaladar's turn 7. Zaladar won't be sacrificing anything here. He'll attack with Scepter into Banebow, exchanging damage back and forth. Now we're on to Banebow's turn 8. He'll drop a Ley Line without sacrificing and finish off the weapon. Now we're back to Zaladar. He'll use a Cultist to get some draw, discarding a Reactorary, placing both allies onto the field. Now we get a Shroud from Banebow. He'll attack with the Death Collector into the Cultist from that Shroud, and Banebow will finish off the Reactorary with his weapon, and we will see a Shroud, another Shroud coming down to save the Death Collector, leaving the Death Collector on board. Now we're up to Zal. He'll be using Mind Control onto the Death Collector, but finishing off the Soul Seeker in the process, but Shroud is on 2 durability now, so he can use Shroud to bring back another ally and not lose it in the process. We'll see a crossbow coming down. Here comes our Shroud to get back a Crypt Spawn Tormentor to attack into Zal, bringing him down to 23. Now we're on Zal's turn 10, sacrifice up to 7. Discarding a Devourer with Cultist, playing another Devourer, and using Zal's ability to kill the Tormentor and dealing 3 damage to Banebow. Tormentor going back to Banebow's hand with that passive ability of his. Now we're on to Banebow's turn 11. He'll use a Perfect Shot to bring the Devourer down to 1, and the Thaddeus to finish it off. Will we see Banebow's ability? We will. 2 damage onto both the Cultist and Zaladar, and the weapon to finish off the Cultist. Zaladar down to 21, Banebow down to 15. We are now up to the 11th turn of Zaladar, extracting coming down, and a Masked Bandit. And that'll do it for Zal. Now we're on turn 12 for Banebow. Here comes another Shroud. Shroud will be pulling back a Death Collector. Banebow's ability hitting the Extractor and Zal. He'll attack into the Bandit, which will let the Death Collector stay on board, and we'll see a Hunter's Gambit coming down on both. So we should see both allies dead here on Zal's side, and leaving Banebow with 3 cards in his hand at the end of his turn 12. It was a nice set of plays there for Banebow. Turn 12 for Zaladar. He's got his ability ready to use a Santa to get some draw. His hand is low here, and we'll see another Santa. So we're really going down the deck here. We'll see another Devourer come down, and we won't see an ability from Zal yet. Now turn 13 for Banebow. We see a Durkan come down, no ability activated. We see Devourer being killed after a Banebow ability hitting the Devourer and Zaladar. And we see Thaddeus pull off damage off of Zaladar as well. A Tormentor coming down, and that should finish off turn 13 for Banebow. Tied at 15 health, we have turn 13 here for Zaladar. We'll see a Soulbound Armor come down. Discarding Reactor Area, we'll see a Permeate onto the Soulbound, attacking into Banebow for 6 damage, and a Zal ability, bringing down Banebow to 6 health now. So he is in death range, so he's going to want to finish off some allies here. We see the Reactor Area killed with the Hunter's Gambit, giving Banebow 2 more draw. We see another Tormentor coming down. Thaddeus will ping the Soulbound Armor. We'll see the Death Collector finish off the armor, leaving the Permeate behind. Should see this Permeate killed as well, and we will via the Durkan. And now the Tormentor, another Tormentor dropped, and we have one Tormentor here that can attack into Zaladar. 12 hit points left for Zaladar. Turn 14. Do we have anything that Zal can do to prevent his demise? We do see a Soulbound Armor being dropped defensively. Oh, Leyline Nexus coming out for Banebow, and that will do it. Zaladar is going to be finished off here by the Undead Banebow. 6, 3, and 0. So that'll do it for that game. It was a pretty close matchup, fun matchup to watch. Game 2 was also another close game. Also went to Banebow. Game 3 going to Banebow as well. So that is a series sweep by A1 Wimbuild, 3-0 to SD Fade. Next, we have SK Trinal Core versus RS Purple Emoji. Trinal Core bringing that Wool Vest, and Purple Emoji with a Dark Claw. Now let's just hop into the game 1 of that series here. We see Vest at the bottom, Dark Claw at the top. Now we have first turn for Vest, sacrificing the 1, no plays here. Turn 2 for Vest, we see sacrifice, no allies here from Vest. Turn 2, we see a Blood Pack Shaman from the Dark Claw, and a Wolven Scout coming down on Vest for Vest's turn 3. Turn 3, we see an Insolent Pup from Dark Claw. He'll attack into the Scout to sacrifice it, and we'll finish it off with this Blood Pack Shaman. That'll do it for Dark Claw's turn 3. Now we come to turn 4 for Vest. Vest dropping a Wolven Tactician and activating Vest's ability for a free Elos Resolve on the Tactician, and that'll do it for Vest. Now we see a Soothe Jaw coming down for Dark Claw. Blood Pack Shaman will just attack into Vest, not wanting to attack into the Tactician. We see a second Tactician come down. Tactician kills the Soothe Jaw. Soothe Jaw shuffled back into the deck and drawing a card for Dark Claw. Now we're at turn 5 for Dark Claw. Blood Pack Shaman will attack into the Tactician to bring it down to 1. We have another play. We have a Captured Prey, disabling the Tactician that has the Elos' Resolve, because that Resolve is going to give problems for Dark Claw. Ooh, we see Here Be Monsters for Vest with that resource denial between Tactician and Here Be Monsters. It's quite a combination to behold, and quite different to see that in Vest decks, actually. Dark Claw dropping the Blood Moon to set up draw. We see a Trader come down with Vest's ability and a Wild Fang, and we'll see a Blood Frenzy come down in Vest too, setting up plenty of draw on Vest's side. We should see a draw here from the Trader. Now we're at turn 7 for Dark Claw. We see that 6 resource cost Jeweler's Dream from the Tacticians. Moves him back up to 2 resources, and that'll do it for Dark Claw. Now we're coming up to Vest. Vest is going to be getting that hand built up pretty quick. Another Here Be Monsters resource style, another Wolven Trader. One Trader attacking into the Dark Claw, getting this weapon durability down. So this will be 1 durability left on the weapon. Now back to Dark Claw for turn 8. Sacrificing the 6 resources. We see it's Speed Strike, but the weapon only has 1 durability, so it's not going to have a lot of effect here. 4 resources left. We see a Lightning Hunter coming down, getting rid of that Blood Moon that hurts. But he'll take it and kill the Trader in return. Turn 9 for Vest. Vest sacrificing the 6, dropping a Dark Riding Hood, which also buffs all Wolven allies, not just your own, including your opponents, and buffs wild allies too. Now we're up to Dark Claw's turn 9. Sledgehammer coming down with Dark Claw's ability to clear off both allies off the board, dealing a bit of damage to that Vest too. Allies killed by Sledgehammer are exiled, so off the screen they go. And now we come down to Vess's turn 10. Vess's draw is very healthy. Darklaw, because of that Lightning Hunter, no draw, and we get a Here Be Monsters from Vess for more resource denial. We see Darklaw drawing one low-living card into his hand, a Wolven Prophet coming down, no attach. I'm not sure if he's searching the attachment there or not, hard to tell in here. A Dark Riding Hood and a Wolven Trader. We'll see Vess's ability activated. Crippling Blow, taking out that Prophet, and a Ellis Resolve onto the Trader. So now we come up to turn 11 for Darklaw. Blood Moon coming down, set up some more draw. He'll activate his ability. Should be able to kill the Dark Riding Hood and take 2 damage off of the Trader because of that Ellis Resolve, reducing combat damage. And that'll do it for Darklaw there. We have turn 12 for Vess. Vess at 19 health. Darklaw at 14. We see 2 Wolven Predators coming down and a Relentless Savagery coming down onto the Trader. He'll attack, sacrificing himself into the Sledgehammer to get rid of that Sledgehammer. Now we're onto Darklaw's turn 12. We see a Sacrificial Lamb onto that Hunter, giving him 3 points of draw. Insolent Pup coming down, won't attack with it because he wants something on the board. We see Vess turn 13, dropping a Tactician, another Trader, and a Savagery onto this Wolven Predator, going right at Darklaw, and he'll take out the Insolent Pup with the other Predator. So this is Darklaw, 5 hit points left, turn 13. Do we have anything he can do? He's dropping a Jeweler's Dream, very expensive with these Tacticians out there. He'll attack 1 since it's a Tactician, and again, at least killing off one of them, bringing his resources back to 5. We'll see a Now You're Mine, killing the Predator with the Savagery. That Savagery is going back to his sand. Nothing that the Darklaw can do here. We should see the Savagery come down and finish off this Darklaw. And done. So that's it for that game. So that was a closer game featuring that Darklaw deck. Vess won pretty hard in games 2 and 3, giving us another sweep. There was a lot of sweeps in round 3, so that's 3 for Eternal Core, 0 for Purple Emoji, and that's it for our Group A highlights. All matches in Group A were 3-0. Let me tell you guys something about that. In fact, there was only one that was not 3-0, and that was in Group B between Samu to Death and A1 Thorium. Samu with Victor, A1 Thorium with Boris, and we're going to hop right into that game 1 of the series as well. Boris at the bottom, Victor at the top, and we're starting off here. Victor going first, both sides sacrificing to 1. Now back to Victor's turn 2. We'll see a Krugel Braggart coming down. You can only ping allies, not heroes. Turn 2, nothing for Boris. Now we'll see an Alden coming down for Victor, dealing 2 damage now with the Braggart onto Boris. Boris, turn 3. What do we got here? We got a Seductress to disable this Alden for a turn. Going back to Victor, turn 4. Tainted Oracle coming down for future draw. Braggart dealing another 2 damage to Boris. Now turn 4 for Boris. See him sacrifice to 4. Javelin coming down. Ability to kill. He should be able to wipe this board here. Alden dead. Ping Victor. That's right. Now we should see this Javelin hit this Braggart. And then the Seductress killing the Oracle, which will give Victor 2 more draw to give him an even hand at the end of this turn. Now back to turn 5 for Victor. You should sacrifice to 5 here, and he will. General will come down, drawing what is likely a Hunter's Gambit, and that'll do it. Turn 5 for Boris. We see a Plunderer come down, pull this Javelin out. He'll ping this General for 3 damage, and attack with the Seductress into Victor, leaving the General as a 2-3. Not wanting to risk the Seductress getting killed if he doesn't have to, but we'll see a Gambit come down on Seductress anyway. General will finish it off, giving 2 more draw to Victor, and a Poison Arrow onto that Plunderer. Will use the ability. No, he won't. Could have killed that Plunderer otherwise. Now we'll see a Santa come down from Boris. No Blood Frenzy yet. We see a Marksman come down, finish off that General. Victor with a full hand here. Quite the Santa bomb. Turn 7 for Victor. He'll go up to 7. Soul Seeker, Trapper pulling Camouflage Foe. He'll attack with Victor, foregoing still no ability use here. Just sack right into the Plunderer, bring him down to 1 health. Now we see a Blood Frenzy come down from Boris and a Javelin. Marksman will kill off this Trapper. And the Javelin, will it ping into Victor? We'll see Yari throw himself into the weapon to get some durability off. And we'll see a ping from Boris onto Victor. That Soul Seeker down to 1 durability. Victor here with 7 Shadow Energy on turn 8. Bobcat coming down with the foe trap to hasten that Bobcat with ambush. And the Soul Seeker to finish off the Marksman. Victor back up to 24 health for the end of his turn 8. Turn 8 for Boris. Boris will not sacrifice, he'll just attack right into the Victor. And we'll see a crippling blow onto this Bobcat. A Braxnorian soldier coming down, who will get hit for 2 from the camouflage foe, bringing us a turn 9 for Victor with 8 Shadow Energy. Now he uses it here. Pull a Trapper. Trapper will draw another camouflage foe. Foe will finish off the soldier. When we see that foe come down on as a trap, we'll see an Oracle first, and there's the foe. And that should do it for Victor on that turn. Turn 9 now. Boris here with 5 Shadow Energy, using a Santa Hair to get some more draw going. He'll use his ability to finish off the foe that's currently on the board. He does have this Javelin here still. We'll see a retreat bouncing the Oracle. Javelin, I think he could have pinged first and gotten an extra point of damage off Victor, but that is okay. Job is done. Plunderer will come down to draw this Javelin. He'll point 3 damage onto the foe, leaving alive. Plunderer at 3 hit points. Now we have Victor turn 10. Alden comes down, and Tainted Oracle. This foe should finish off this Plunderer, and he will. And that'll do it for Victor's turn 10. No, we got a Trapper here, drawing a Death Trap. Alright, now turn 10 for Boris. 21 hit points for Boris, 23 for Victor. Tainted Oracle coming down, and a second Tainted Oracle coming down. Now we're back to Victor, turn 11. We'll see a Visca being hasted in. Trapper kill off 1 Tainted Oracle, and we should see them both coming down. That should be the Death Trap that was shown before. Camouflage foe killing off the other Oracle, and we'll see 10 damage onto Boris here. 14 down to 11. End of turn brings Boris to 10 hit points here. Full hand for Boris. Unable to get that extra draw from Blood Frenzy because of the full hand. Dragon Tooth coming down to kill off this Visca. 4 resources left for Boris, and see can he do anything here. Marksman coming down to kill off this Alden. Marksman sacrificing the process with the Death Trap, but it will keep Boris alive for now. Needs 3. Can Victor get another Visca? He can. This should finish off Boris. Here it is. 6 more damage. That's right. 3, 1, and then the Blood Frenzy to finish him off. There we go. What a game there. So that was game 1. Boris then wins hard in game 2. Victor wins hard in game 3. So that gives Samu to Death the win on the series, 2-1 over A1 Thorium. In our final matchup of the day, A1 Hitachi versus SD11. A1 Hitachi with this Elementalis and SD11 with Jericho. We're going to hop into that game 1, all game 1s today, guys. Now, here we are, Elementalis on the bottom, Jericho on the top. We'll see them both sacrifice to 1. Do we have any turn 1 plays? We do. We have a Cage Savage for Elementalis. Very good in this style of deck now with Gold Lace Shield. Turn 2, we see a Feasterling, another good ally for this. Very difficult to play that Feasterling with the Vermin at the same time. It's a lot of sustained damage, so we'll see if he does that in this game. Chalice down with some draw. Arachnid coming down. This is a full board already for this Elementalis. He's going right into Jericho here, bringing him down to 23 hit points. Now we're on turn 4 for Jericho. Tainted Oracle coming down to try to set up some draw. Now we got turn 4 for Elementalis. There's our Gold Lace Shield. There's our ability put onto the Arachnid. We should need Gold Lace Shield to buff him as well. Yes, we will. Feasterling using that ability. Killing off the Tainted Oracle. We should see 4 damage from this Arachnid onto the Jericho. Bring Jericho down to 19 hit points here for Jericho's turn 5. He is hoping he has a Tidal Wave here. This is going to be very sticky. And there's that Tidal Wave for Jericho's turn 5. Bringing us back to Elementalis, but not before we get that Chalice draw here. Trying to set himself up defensively with this start that Elementalis has had. Turn 5 for Elementalis. We see this Hulk coming down with the Gold Lace Shield buff. He's already up to a 3-7. Now we're back to Jericho with the Focus Prayer to get rid of that shield. And for the last play, we have Armored Pack Beast healing Jericho at the end of the turn. Another Gold Lace Shield coming down, buffing this Hulk. And we'll see the LE buff on the Hulk too, so you should be able to use this ability to kill off the Pack Beast. That's a big Hulk. He's going to slap the Jericho for 5 damage too. Bringing Jericho down to 15. Turn 7 for Jericho. We'll see what he's got here. He's using that Chalice to dig. We can get something to bounce this, and then we'll get a Pack Beast, and we'll get a Prayer to kill off the other shield. So Pack Beast will bring Jericho back up to 16. Now we're back to Elementalis, turn 7, no sacrifice, Feastling coming down. Hulk killing the Pack Beast once again. And we'll see another 5 damage from Hulk onto that Jericho. 11 damage, 11 hit points left for this Jericho here. Turn 8. And we see a Scepter coming down and a Healing Touch, a healing back up to 15. Scepter should just slap Elementalis here, bringing Elementalis down to 20. Now back to Elementalis, turn 8. Another turn with no sacrifice. We'll see the Transfuser buff the Feastling. Feastling now with 4 attack here. So that's 5 from the Hulk onto the Jericho. We'll see another 4 from Feastling onto Jericho. Jericho down to 6. And that'll do it for that Elementalis turn. Turn 9 for Jericho, drawing with Chalice, looking for answers, needs that wave. Has a Visca to kill off the Transfuser. We have a Scepter kill in the Feastling, but Elementalis has his ability next turn. Looks like either way, Jericho is going down here now without anything to do with that Hulk. So we have the Elementalis buff that Hulk. Hulk should just smack Jericho, taking the win for Elementalis. There we go. There's our 4 matches of our round here. You should see the results on the screen. 3 zeros everywhere, except for maybe 1, 2, 1, you know. But it was still good matches. You know, these are good players that are playing here. And since we're at the end of round 3, we only have 2 rounds left, you guys. They're already starting round 4. So let's take a look at these standings. First, we'll take a look at the Group A standings. What we got here? We got BT Majorgis, Elementalis first place in Group A. Score of 9. He's 3-0. And we got a few tied for second here. Remember, top 3 goes from the group. So that's A1 Core's Boris, A1 Wimbled's Banebo, and BT Zodi's Elementalis, all at 6 points and 2 and 1. But the points differential for that A1 Core, because he's got the tiebreaker, so he's in second place. So it looks like we got Wimbledon and Zodi tied for third. We'll see how this goes here. So that's it for our Group A standings. Let's check out Group B. Group B, Elementalis at the top again, guys. A1 Hitachi here, 9 points, 3-0. Second place is SD11's Jericho. Third place is 17 Gibo. So let's compare the two. We either got ST Koss. Here he is in 4th. And in Group A, it's down between Wimbledon and Zodi. So those are your potential top 7 out of the Pro Tour. And of course the top 3 again. Majorgi, Cora, Wimbledon, Zodi tied for 3rd. Group B again is A1 Hitachi, SD11, and 17 Gibo. Whew. Now that's it for round 3. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hoping you guys are enjoying the Pro Tour. And I will see you guys next time. Hey everyone, did you enjoy today's video? Be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Did you hate today's video? Then be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's really the only way I can tell. Thanks.